Enroll your child with the manifested e-learning platform and see their grades grow tremendously. These videos can be downloaded to a laptop for offline viewing or viewed from a smartphone in a course-friendly format.
Hello learners, and welcome to our today's learning lesson. The subject is business studies. The topic is satisfaction of human wants. In our last lesson, we discussed the characteristics of human wants, and we gave 8 characteristics. Number 1 is unlimited. We say that human wants are unlimited. Number 2, human wants are varied. Number 3, human wants require resources. Number 4, human wants are habitual. Number 5, human wants are competitive. Number 6, human wants are complementary. Human wants, number 7, are repetitive. And lastly, we say that human wants are universal in nature. In our today's lesson, we want to discuss the challenges faced in the satisfaction of human wants. The subject is business studies. And the subtopic is satisfaction of human wants, and the subtopic challenges faced in satisfying human wants. What are the challenges that people face when trying to satisfy human wants? And to remind you, we say that human wants are categorized into 2, primary wants and secondary wants. Now, learners, you will also recall that we say that business activities that are carried out by people are geared towards meeting human wants. Most of the activities that we undertake in their day-to-day lives, that we undertake in our day-to-day lives are influenced by the need to satisfy our wants. When we go to school, when, for example, you go to school, you are satisfying the need for education. You have a need for education. When a farmer goes to plant crops, that farmer is in effect planting the crops so that the crops can be used to satisfy his needs. Because after harvesting, then he will get food which he can consume, and in so doing, he meets the need for food. So all the activities that we undertake in our day-to-day lives are influenced by the need to satisfy our wants. Think of any activity. Teachers teach so that they can get money to meet their needs, like food, building houses, buying clothes, paying education for their children, and so on. However, we can say we encounter various challenges in the process of satisfying human wants. So that's what we want to discuss today. Challenges faced in satisfying human wants. Challenges faced in satisfying human wants. What are these challenges that human beings face when trying to satisfy their wants? And the first point is that human wants are too many. Remember, we said they are unlimited. They are unlimited, and also varied to satisfy fully. Human wants are too many and varied. And varied to do what? To satisfy fully. To satisfy fully. They are too many. They are unlimited. They are endless. They are infinite. They are varied. All of them cannot be satisfied fully. And we saw that some of them are repetitive. When you satisfy a need now, the need emerges a few hours later, like the satisfaction of the need for food. When you eat food in the morning, the hunger will strike again in the course of the day, which may cause you to look for food again. So people are therefore forced to work continuously in order to do what? To get resources with which to satisfy their wants. So people are always working. Learners, you have seen it. You wake up in the morning, you go to work. Come back, rest at night. In the morning, you wake up again, you go to work. So people are always on the move. And what is the reason? So that they can get enough resources to satisfy these ones that are too many, all right? And some of these ones are competitive. These ones are habitual, all right? Repetitive, habitual. We say that some ones result in the formation of certain habits. Okay, certain habits. There are people who have gone to the extent of developing addiction to consumption of some goods or services. So because of the intensity, because of the variation in the human ones, then people are forced to work continuously in order to get resources. If you live in a home, you have even seen it, even yourself. Sometimes you put pressure on your parents or guardian, right? Most of the time, you find that even as a student, you have needs. If they have seen in the recent times, students requesting parents to buy them smartphones, okay? Smartphones. I saw a student complaining that he has a 3G smartphone. He's requesting the parent to buy a 4G smartphone. So you see, the needs are many. They are varied. When you satisfy this need, tomorrow you need another one. Because right now, there are students who may need computers to study these videos. Okay? All right? Computers. You need computers. You need a laptop. You need smartphone. All right? So you see, because of that, people have to continuously work in order to satisfy these needs. That is one challenge in satisfying human wants. We have said there are too many and varied to satisfy fully. So it forces now people to prioritize. Prioritize. So if your guardian has money, you will now prioritize and decide, do we buy the student smartphone or do we buy food? So between smartphone and food, which one is a priority? Which one is basic? Which one can the family not do without? Okay, which one is necessary for survival? So you find sometimes you may be told at home that, Daddy, we are not going to buy you smartphone because the resources that we have can only enable us to buy food. So you will wait for a few months, then your parents, again tomorrow they wake up, they go and work continuously. They are forced to work every day so that they can get money to buy you the smartphone tomorrow. So there has to be prioritization because resources or means to satisfy these wants are limited, but the wants are unlimited. So you need to understand sometimes, learner, when your guardian tells you that there is no money, then you need to understand. Students who do not understand, or learners who do not understand, are ones who have not gone through this topic. This topic you are teaching, saying that you cannot satisfy all your needs in this world, all right, because you may not have all the money. So what you do, you satisfy those that are most important first. Then you work towards satisfaction of the ones that are not very necessary. So that is challenge number one. Then challenge number B, the second challenge faced in satisfying human wants is that the resources needed for satisfaction of human wants are never enough. The resources needed for satisfaction of human wants, the resources are never enough. This point is related to the other one. Resources needed for the satisfaction of human wants are never enough. And this makes people to remain in a permanent state of inadequacy as far as satisfaction of wants is concerned. Okay, state of inadequacy. As far as you have a need or a want that has not been satisfied, then you will always be in a state of inadequacy. So the resources needed for satisfaction of human wants are never enough. Remember, we said one characteristic of human wants is that these wants require resources to be satisfied. Resources are the means. If you want food, then you need to get that food from the farm, and you cannot get food from the farm if you did not plant in the first place. For you to plant, you need to cultivate the land, you need to plant, you need to weed and wait sometimes you need to irrigate the food, then you harvest and have the food. If you cannot do that, then that means that for you to get food, you have to buy the food. And you cannot buy food if you have no money. For you to get money, you need to work. Then you earn money so that you can buy the food that you need. Okay, so because resources are always not enough, you cannot have all the money in the world to buy everything that you desire. Okay, so and that makes people always to be in a permanent state of inadequacy. Okay, people are always looking towards getting more resources to meet their needs. Some of the needs are basic. Then related to this point, you can also say C, that resources are scarce. Resources are scarce. Resources are scarce. Now, if resources are scarce and the needs are many, then that calls for what we call tough choices to be made. Okay, we need to make very tough choices so as to choose between what will be satisfied and what will not be satisfied. A tough choice as to which want to satisfy first with the scarce resources available. Tough choices means that there are some wants which will be left unsatisfied. I gave an example of a student who needs a smartphone. The parent has scarce resources, so the parent has to choose whether to buy the smartphone or to buy food. So a tough choice means that the need for the smartphone will not be satisfied. No money will be committed to buying of the smartphone. So that decision has to be made. So you cannot have both. Because if you are to buy the smartphone, then there will be no food in the family. And you cannot eat a smartphone. Smartphone is a secondary need. We say that primary needs must be met. They are necessary for human survival. So another challenge is that people, you can say, people must continuously look for fresh resources to satisfy their needs. Okay? People must continuously look for fresh resources. People must continuously look for fresh resources. People must continuously look for fresh resources so as to satisfy the recurring wants, such as the need for food. And that's a challenge. Continuously looking for fresh resources, because we said there are some needs that are repetitive, some needs that must be met on a daily basis. So looking for resources to meet these wants is a challenge. Then lastly, we can say that human wants change with the time. Remember, we also mentioned that human wants change with time, age, gender, geographical location. We mentioned geographical location, time, weather conditions, and so on, okay, among other things. And that is a challenge, because we gave an example. When you are a child, your needs will not be the same when you are an adult, okay? When the weather is hot, you will not, the need for the clothing when weather is hot is different from when the weather is cold. So human wants change with time, they change with the age, they change with the gender, they change with social status, and so on. Therefore, people continually look for more resources in order to satisfy their new and different wants. That's a challenge, because if the wants are continuously changing, then there is a challenge to also continuously work very hard to get resources so that to meet the wants. So another example is for a student, when you buy the business studies book or mathematics book Form 1. With the time, after 1 year, you need to buy another book, Form 2. After Form 2, you need to buy another book. So your parent has to continuously work hard so that your needs are met. The clothes you wore when you are in class 1 will not be the same clothes you're going to wear when you are in Form 4 or Form 1. So there's a challenge to continuously work hard to ensure that the wants are met. So these are just 5 challenges faced in satisfying human wants. 1, we've said human wants are too many and varied to satisfy fully. We also say that the resources needed for the satisfaction of human wants are never enough. We've said that resources are scarce. That's a challenge. When resources are scarce, the means are scarce. Then that's a challenge, which leads to tough choices or prioritization as to which one to satisfy first with the scarce resources that are available. We've discussed that people must continuously look for fresh resources to satisfy the recurring wants, such as the need for food, the need for clothes, the need for education, the need for shelter, the need for medical care, and so on. That is a challenge. Continuously look for resources, continuously, without resting, okay? You don't rest. You have to continuously look for resources because these wants must be satisfied. Then lastly, we've said that human wants change with age, they change with gender, they change with time, they change with geographical location, and so on. So again, people must continuously look for more resources in order to satisfy their new and different wants. So these are 5 reasons or 5 challenges faced in satisfying human wants. Learners, have you understood the challenges? If you have any query, please write to us. We will answer all your questions. Below this video, go to the website. There is a comment section where you can send your questions, your thoughts, your suggestions, and so on. So before we take a break, I'm going to give you one question. This is your assignment. This will be your assignment. Explain 5 challenges. Explain 5 challenges faced when satisfying human wants. Explain 5 challenges faced when satisfying human wants. So go through the video, write your notes, then close your notes and the video, attempt this question. Thank you and bye-bye.
Enroll your child for the manifested e-learning platform and see their grades grow tremendously. These videos can be downloaded to a laptop for offline viewing or viewed from a smartphone in a cost-friendly format.